Landing gear control selected up, single engine, climb performance inadequate. If failure engine occurs after liftoff, maintain directional control V. You'll see a heading bank into operating engine, power increase or set for takeoff. Well, if your engine failure, and do a U-turn while you're at it, okay? If your engine fail and you're going up, do a U-turn. You know, while you're doing a U-turn, you're losing speed. Before you even get there, you're gonna crash into the fucking ground. Okay? Drag, reduce gear flaps. Identify an upper engine. Verify an upper engine. Feather an upper engine. Yeah, do a U-turn. And while you're doing a U-turn, pray to God because you're gonna crash in the ground. A 500 obstruction, clearance, altitude, engine failure checklist, circle and land. You want to know why you don't have anything in the South States? Give him the truth, son. Didn't we already tell her once not to leave you in a hotel room alone? Yeah? Good, let's tell her again. Sabrina Kirk, you're supposed to be at home with your husband. Get your ass there. If you just married him so you could spy on American technology for your German mother, then tell her war criminal ass to move to another country. You seen what she did in Titusville. Tim's showroom, Tim's this, Tim's that, like Mr. Kirk is your little Beto thing. Let me tell you what. I downloaded this airplane flying handbook from 2016, U.S. Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration, and most of the shit in here is bullshit. As you're trying to figure out the naval technology of how an aircraft carrier works. But what you didn't know is Mr. Kirk and his father and everybody else in the goddamn real world already knows this shit. So I'm gonna help you out here with your Florida Air College and your bullshit. Next fucking bullshit sheriff that pulls up to my fucking face and says, here's a truck, I got a hot bitch in the side, man. Over here, look at my honey pot. You need your Honeywell shit? You know why they shut down Honeywell Electronics and called it Selectron in Melbourne, Florida? Like I said, any of you dumb motherfuckers that are playing games like that, I'll tell you why you don't have anything. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they stopped sending people here. I'll tell you why. Because they said, oh, let's send our geniuses out the war. It's not fair they go out there. Now you ain't got no fucking geniuses. Then we send geniuses over here and they look at your fucking stupid books and they say, you know why your goddamn kids are ignorant? Oh, it's because when the geniuses come to do something nice for you, you treat them like this. So then you tell her, you know, we had this problem before and they buried her in Texas. Then they buried my sister next to her in she's buried next to my sister in Georgia. Yeah, did I Georgia or what, man? I told you. Not a fucking idiot. Which means that's notice to all the idiots that if basic flight maneuvers. What it should say is basic toy plane maneuvers. And if you're not smart enough to understand that I took a toy plane and explained everything known and unknown to man and still haven't explained everything about, well, alien technology to you guys because you obviously don't know the first thing about anything since your airplane flying handbook said this. Hey, if you run out of fuel, do a U-turn. Hey, did you go to NASCAR school or something? I mean, when you take off, if your engine cut out and you do a U-turn, you're going to lose speed. I hope you're moving really fast when you lift off that airplane, off that tarmac. I mean, you're coming off of the runway, man, and your engine failed. I mean, you're still in the takeoff position. You haven't taken off yet. You're not in the air yet. Yeah, you're in the air, but you ain't up there yet. And you're just gonna turn and make a U-turn and shed all that speed that you don't have because you're still taking off. And you wonder why you can't fly. And so Mr. Kirk come and try to help you, and you want to play games. So I'll tell you what, look up in the sky, look up real high. And when you see those planes you can't hear and all the noisy ones you got, why can't you hear those non-noisy planes? Oh, remember Frank, The one that said the idea about the space center. We're going to make a space center with restaurants and a Mars mission and all that stuff. Whatever happened to Frank? I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to Frank. But I could tell you this. When they asked me to make a website about the space center, I said, no problem. I'm doing that stuff. Then you send you a little, my mom is German. My mom is German. I tell you what, I'm part German too. I'm Irish and Indian. And I can tell you that this is a waste of print for all the paper I wasted to print this bullshit manual. And I could tell you the reason, and I'll tell the truth, and you know, I don't even have to hide it. The reason you've been raising your daughters up to be whores is because, like, that's the only way I get family my money, man. I gotta send my girl out there to be a whore. So the United States military was nice enough to send their military families down here to Florida to teach you people how to be ladies and gentlemen. But it was so screwed up, we said, let's put these geniuses to sleep. And maybe they'll live long enough, you know, to wake them up and see what happened. And we said, well, some of those corporate businesses down there in Florida would rather put money in their pockets than building up the community. So we said, we can't put military on, you know, home soil, but, you know, we can go down there and see who's doing the corporate spying and stuff and doing marriage frauds and honeypot deals and red herrings and all that crap. Anybody want to send a bullshit cop my way with some bullshit about staying away from an airport because the airport people don't know how to fly and they're afraid we're going to steal their businesses? Well, let's give them a white, clean slate and tell them, I'll give you a news rude awakening for you. Put this on your news channel if you like, you know, but you don't have a fucking business. Your airports are falling apart. Trump said it's a shithole country down there. We need new infrastructure, rebuild the streets and the systems. And can we get a better airport? Jesus Christ, when the other countries come over here and they land there, and they go out in the fucking neighborhoods, they're like, Jesus Christ, what is, I don't want to come visit this place. It's shit. Then they look at our FAA and they download some manuals like, Jesus Christ, these people are trying to land toy planes. I don't even want an American pilot flying my kids or my children or anybody because if this is the shit they teach them. Oh my God. Take me to a bogus courtroom. You have a dumb lawyer sit next to me and whisper in my ears for Crutchfield law because we broke your leg years ago, remember? And they put you on crutches in the snow. I got a Crutchfield law, ha ha. I'm the smartest lady in this room. And I'm driving an old red car. Now we're sending an old red car to you to play games with you again. I tell you what. That's why you guys don't have anything. Watch the fucking videos. If it freaks you out, good. Get a real fucking education and stop fucking with Mr. Kirk. You need a bank? Go to Fargo, the Navy Federal Credit Union, the CFR. Go FAR, get it? FAR, for American Reservists. Christ for Revivals for Angel Reserves. You want a Navy? Try the Naval. CFU, Central Florida University. Fuck you, Central Florida University. You think you're bigger than the rest of the goddamn world or the rest of the United States? You think because you got a little college program and you went and stole some information that you could put it together? That's why you got toy Cessnas and bullshit pilots that can't even fly a goddamn airline. My flight instructor told me at Holiday Flight, some of these pilots land really hard, man. And like, we got to figure out how to make new wheels and tires and hydraulics for these fucking planes because the Air Force industries and the fucking airliners and commercial airliners are afraid to put pilots in their expensive fucking planes because if we land this commercial plane too hard, they're going to break the landing gear. Get in a fucking car, a U-Haul, or anything you can fucking rent and drive across the goddamn country and see that there's a goddamn desert out there because none of you people were smart enough to go to fucking school and get a real fucking education. And when real fucking educators come through to tell you some real fucking shit, oh, I feel like I'm being freaked out. Oh, cry some fucking more and take your asses to fucking school. Naval charters for university. See that charter academy? I'm one of the guys that built that fucking academy. You see your space program? Oh, Space Camp USA. You're fucking looking at it. You want to steal from us and our families and our militaries that sacrificed our lives, our families, our fucking fortunes, and our goddamn kids for you? Take your ass to fucking school, you sorry scums!